Today is finally the big day. I'm so thankful having Ashton in my life and being part of this important day. But I have to go back to one day when we were sitting in a little cafe in Stuttgart, talking about how our perfect man would be like, and that mommy would have to bake him for us if we couldn't find him. Ashton said back then he had to be tall, strong, and funny. PJ, I'm convinced that you are this perfect man. Marrying Ashton means that you are now part of our German-American family. Ashton, I'm sure that our star is shining today even brighter than ever before. Maid of honor today, my sister forever. Prost.
It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel.
Ashton Lee, today will be the best day of my life because I get to marry my best friend. Ashton, you mean the world to me. I wished, dreamed, and begged for this day to come, and now that the day has come, I felt overwhelmed with joy. I remember the moment that I knew I wanted to marry you. After our South American summer came to a close, I had to drop you off at the airport. When I was driving back home, I cried the whole way back. My best friend had left, and I felt so empty. I never wanted to feel that feeling again, and I knew that I wanted you with me the rest of my life. I came up with the plan to visit on Thanksgiving to ask your parents and buy the ring. I knew I'd have to wait, but at least you and I would know that our future together would be getting ever closer. Finally, the time has arrived and I couldn't be happier. I am the happiest and most confident today because I am marrying the most perfect woman in the whole world. I cannot wait to have more worldly adventures, be goofy together, grow a family, and build ourselves to be the best couple ever. You are going to be a fantastic mother and a fantastic wife. I love you so much, Ashton Lee, more than anything. I love you always, your husband, PJ.
Paul James, from the very beginning we were easy together. As we sat together on a rooftop on Market Square, you had me laughing the whole night long. I felt like we could talk for hours, and we really did. As we started to get to know each other that night, I had no clue how much of an impact you would have on my life. You continuously pushed me to be a better version of myself, to keep reaching for more, to always believe in my strength and the possibilities that can stem from it. No matter the time or day, you always have the ability to center me and help me feel calm. It is incredibly clear that you were designed by God to be the other half of my life. We learn together and grow together every single day. I have no doubt that we will continue as we move towards this next phase of life in hand. I know whatever lies ahead of us, God has prepared us to handle together as partners. I pray He guides our hearts and lead us to His Spirit. You are my best friend. I feel so blessed to be standing next to you today in marriage, where we will become one. When I look into your eyes, I see passion. I see a love for life and adventure that will drive us towards even greater memories together. You are the strongest, most loving, and compassionate man I've ever known. I'm honored to now walk next to you in life as your wife. I love you, Ashton Lee Miller.
It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel.
As we stand here together today, I promise to laugh with you whenever you're happy and be your rock whenever you need support. I promise to grow with you as we push each other to be more and do more each and every day. You calm me, open my heart, and help me see the joy in even the worst of situations. I promise to watch all the sports with you and cheer, mostly because I don't know what's happening. And I promise to respect our differences and nurture our similarities. And above all, I promise to put Christ at the center of our lives together. I will always get excited to see your name show up on the phone, to hear about your life, and I will never take for granted any moment that we can share together. I will stand by your side and support your dreams, be good for your heart, and joy for your soul. I will be your best friend, #1 supporter, wife, and life partner for all of my days.
So when I left to go to Quito, I knew it would be 3 years away from you. And you wrote me this letter, and I've kept it this whole time. It has been my rock when I've been away and when I've been sad, and it's been something that helps me get through those hard times, being away from my family and being away from you. This is what you wrote to me, and this is what got me through some tough times. I have the means and opportunities to visit you for entire summers and Christmases, and I believe we can work through the 3 years together. But I love you enough to recognize when you need to grow by yourself. Going international will help you see so much and will open your eyes. I don't want to be the girl to hold you back from those many experiences. And I don't want to push our relationship to a stress level that we ruin what we have. I believe our love is worth a try. I only want happiness and adventure for your next journey in life. I know you'll make the most out of every opportunity. Ashton, reading this letter helped me stay confident in myself. And the moment I knew I wanted to be with you with the rest of my life was when you left after summer in South America. I told my mom to take care of you because I knew that I was going to marry you, and I wanted you to have an easier time through this long distance. I'm a very confident man, but I never have been more confident in my life that marrying you is the best decision I've ever made. We are a success story. I love you now and always.
Put on then, as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience, bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against the other, forgive each other. As the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. And above all these, put on love. PJ and Ashton, because of your professed love for one another and your vows before us and God, I now pronounce you man and wife. What God has joined together, let no one tear apart. PJ, you may kiss your bride.
It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel something, 'cause we're both so unashamed. We're not playing any game.
One thing I can say that probably a lot of you don't know around here is we all live in PJ's world, okay? And I learned this as a young kid, that I lived in PJ's world. I really would like to go play outside. PJ was not having it today. Really wanted to go outside, so I got him a little riled up. The only person that was home was Dad. He gets a little mad that I'm trying to rile PJ up, brings us both downstairs. He said, you know what, boys? Both need a spanking. Done having you guys arguing. I'm done having you guys fighting. Take the little slap across the head, you know. We're boys, you know. Come on, get your act together. PJ decides he's gonna duck. So he ducks. There goes the hand. Bah, here comes the backhand. We knew that it was coming, but PJ still was living in his own world. So a few years ago, Ashton comes along, and that's where I knew that we weren't living in PJ's world anymore. There was somebody that could calm PJ down. And so I want to say, we love you from the bottom of our heart. We do. We're so happy to add another girl to our family. And so if everybody could raise their glass today for a toast to both of them.
I just wanted to tell you a story about PJ and Ashton that last year in Quito, Ecuador. PJ invited me down, me and Ashton, and spending, I think, 5 days in the Andes Mountains and the Amazon, me in the back seat of like an Isuzu Trooper car, will learn a lot about somebody. So I'm in the back seat the whole time, between them two, talking, Ashton correcting him driving, and being so patient for 4 hours in this vehicle. So I learned a lot about PJ and how he was treating Ashton, and me just sitting in the back seat, looking out the window, thinking about my future son-in-law. I was very proud of him. I was proud of her for how they handled each other through what we ran across. There's so much more I could say, but I just raise a toast to them and their lives and love them both.